Okay, so way back, I don't know, the day 9, I think it was, when we went down the road, we weren't intending to go down, and everybody saw the pictures of my bike laying on its side. This cylinder head right here started weeping oil. Now I've got this crash bar on here. I've got this Machine Art Moto guard on here. It's got thick rubber back here to protect this head because this is an expensive piece right here. Usually $1,400-$1,500, and that's last time I checked years ago. It's probably gone up. So there was a little bit of oil down here after that day. Then we spent the night at the headwaters of the Salmon River. I don't know, maybe a week later, after we left Boise. We were getting ready to leave camp in the morning, and I was trying to make a turnaround, and I was trying to miss a log, and I'm going like 1 mile an hour and just dumped over. No big deal, you know, pretty much a 0-speed drop. I just stepped off the bike. Daniel helped me pick it up. Well, today, like a knucklehead, we were coming out on US 14, and it's a really awesome canyon. You know, the road just follows this canyon. You look back here where the sun's disappearing, right there, and it's awesome. And I came to the very last corner of the canyon where the road straightens out before it runs to town, and I pulled off to the outside of the curve. It was a left-hander for me, and it sloped towards the inside of the curve just slightly. I thought I was on level ground. Had the kickstand down, kind of tested the bike, it felt stable. Stood up on the pegs so I could swivel my hips and try to shoot a video of the mountain range that is, I think, over in the distance there. And next thing I know, my video is going like this. Yeah. And the next thing I know, I'm staring at the white line, trying not to fall into the oncoming traffic lane so I don't get run over by this nice lady who stopped to see if I was okay and needed help. And you know, I just stepped off the bike, didn't even drop my phone, you know. I haven't watched that video yet. But when I picked up the bike, a lot of oil coming out right there. There was a puddle on the ground. You can see a little bit right there, turning into a Harley. Yeah. Anyway, by the time we got into town, I mean, I got the bike picked up. I just took the bag off the back seat, grabbed the rail right here, grabbed the handlebar, lift with the legs, not with the back, you know, the old man mantra, and lifted it without too much trouble. Didn't even feel like I was straining, but tomorrow my back will probably tell me different. So we ride into town, I catch up to the kids, we stop at this Exxon, and Daniel's looking at my bike, and he's like, dude, you're leaking oil, and there's oil all over your luggage, and there's oil all over my pants down there. Yay. So I thought maybe that last drop poked a hole in the head, you know, because there's a rubber guard right here that you can see on the bar, and it's pushing against that plastic and pushing against the foam, and it's, you know, it could be conceivable that it would crack that. I mean, these were 0-speed tip overs that these bars are supposed to be able to handle. But even after we wiped the oil off, more oil was coming out. So we get here to the hotel, and you see this big truck right here, all kinds of tools. And the guy comes walking out, and he kind of gives me the head nod, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And I start talking to him, like, you know what? You wouldn't happen to have any tools. He's like, oh, I got tools. What kind of tools you need? I got you covered. And he busts open that truck, and he's got every kind of tool imaginable. Bust out this huge set of DeWalt tools with every kind of socket, wrench, you name it, Torx, hex, everything we need, so that we could get over here, get all these bolts out, get this guard off, get the Machine Art Moto cover off, and check the head. The good news is the head is not cracked. There's these little bolts right here that you see. They have gaskets on the inside of them, little rubber gaskets. And the one down here on the back, the gasket has a slight tear in it. Who knows when it got there? It might have been there before the first fall, might have happened today, I don't know. But I don't have to replace a very expensive head cover. I can hopefully just get a new bolt, a new gasket, whatever, and problem solved. Especially because here in Cody, Wyoming, there's no BMW dealership that I know of, and parts would be hard to find. But Hidalgo, I'm saying it totally wrong, I'm butchering his name, I'm sorry, but I can't even spell it. Starts with the G, G-I-L, something, Hidalgo, something like that. Super nice guy. He just went up to his room, said, put the tools back in the truck when you're done, holler up. You know, his room's right up there. You know, his window's open. He's like, holler up when you're done and I'll lock the truck up and we're good to go. And he just is like, use whatever you need and let me know if you need something else. So yeah, we got it fixed. We're gonna monitor it, make sure it doesn't leak anymore. You know, I'm not low on oil, so that's not an issue. The bike's running fine. I did not get oil on the back tire, thank goodness. But that whole front side of the bag that goes right here, that was just covered in oil splotches and everything. So anyway, we're getting ready to go grab dinner. That's a good thing. I'll do a full day review later.